Welcome to African farming. Now, every farmer looks forward to the planting process because this is symbolic of growth. Now, here at Oneo Farms, we just finished ripping the soil and we prepared the seed bed. Farmer Eric Muwani is ready to plant. Now, taking me through that process is Zabion de Wee from John Deere. Zabion, once again, hello.
Hi, thank you, Tavi.
So Zabion, we just finished ripping and the seed bed is prepared. Can you now start planting?
Tavi, that's what ideally I would say yes. But there's first things that you need to get ready before you start planting. First of all, you need to inspect your planter. You need to make sure all your parts are ready, and then you can start planting. Then I can give the thumbs up.
Now, I want to know more about this planter because I hear the planter is actually the one that generates the actual money in the farms. Is this correct?
Yes. Tavi, the most important part of your equipment on your farm is your planter. The planter determines if you are failing or if you're successful. Because remember, that's what actually brings in the money, the seed in the ground successfully, and then you get a crop at the end of the day.
Now, you guys as John Deere have partnerships with dealership networks. How does this work?
Yes, Tavi, we can't be everywhere. But over the years, John Deere has established dealer networks that basically get our product out there. In Eric's region, our dealer network is Afgri. So we've established over the years, I think it's the longest running dealer network with John Deere is Afgri. So you then go to Afgri and they sort you out and they talk to us to make sure that we get the planters and the equipment here.
Speaking of Afgri, I understand that you bought somebody from Afgri who's going to take us through the process of calibrating the planter.
Yes, why we did that is because we want to make sure that Eric knows where to go to when he needs something on a planter, when he needs something on equipment. So our guys on the ground that actually works with the client and make sure the clients are happy and satisfied with the product is our Afgri representatives.
So David, tell me more about the planter we have here today.
Thank you, Tavi. Thank you for being here. Thank you for inviting me. The planter we have here today is a John Deere 1015 4-row planter. So that's a planter for large seed crops, something like mealies or green beans. The main difference between this planter and something like a wheat planter, this one plants in rows with seeds per hectare instead of kilograms per hectare.
David, here is a very simple question. Where does the seed go? Because I see a lot of buckies there.
It's a quick general rule that the front bins are usually the fertilizer bins, therefore the front for fertilizer, and then the second one in the back will be for seed.
There's a lot of moving parts there. So for a farmer like Eric, if he wants to replace something or to fix something, what should he do? Where should he go?
We have a local dealer around the corner. In Eric's case, it will be Afgri in Brits that you can phone, and then one of the technicians come out and they can do a general check or pre-season check as they call it. There are, however, some lubrication and some checks that the farm owner himself can check on the planter, like grease and chains being lubed and all of that.
So David, does our planter come with a manual?
Yes, and make sure you read the manual, make sure you understand and make sure you know the general working of the planter and all the parts.
So now, I've checked my planter, everything is in order and I want to start planting. What is the first thing that I need to do before I lay it on the ground?
Okay, first thing you need to do is get the seed rep on the farm as well, with the technician or the technical guy from the dealership. So between you and the dealership technician and the seed rep, you will get a combined adjustment on the planter, and then obviously the seed rep is going to be the guy that gives you the final thumbs up for seed depth, spacing on the ground, and then you'll be ready to go planting.
David, thank you so much.
Thank you, Tavi. All right, so Eric, now that you got your new planter, we got to start at the beginning.
Okay.
As we said, the general rule, fertilizer for front, and the second one is for seed in the back. Okay. There's a metering system on the bottom of this seed, so I'm going to open it up to change the seed plates.
Okay.
In this case, we want to plant mealies.
Okay.
So then we open up and we make sure whatever is in here is the mealie plate.
Okay.
So it tilts like that, and then you open it up here.
Okay.
There we go. And then you can see, depending on the crop that you will plant, there'll be bigger or smaller holes, closer together or wider apart, and that'll obviously make a certain amount of seed per hectare, and a certain spacing on the ground
That's
as
right.
well.
Okay.
So then we look at the row unit itself. Now,
Okay.
the row unit's got different adjustments on it.
Aha.
Okay, so right in the front, you've got a set of coaters
Okay.
that cuts into the ground. That's to make space for the fertilizer to go into the ground.
Okay.
Behind that, at a slight angle, you've got another set of coaters for the seed,
Okay.
to open up for the seed. So it acts
Just
as
to
a,
open up.
yes, just to open up. And then these little discs in the back, that puts a bit of soil back on top of the seed.
Okay.
Again. So you can obviously set the angle on these
To close
more
off.
aggressive or less aggressive, depending on the type of soil you have. Okay. And then this will be your pressure wheel in the back. So you can obviously set the tension on this pressure wheel as well, depending on the type of soil again, to give it a bit of a firm
Okay.
a seed bed on top of the seed.
Get
Okay,
you.
so it's not too loose. Then on this specific model, every 2 rows has got a drive wheel in between. So very important, on the drive wheel, the tire pressure as stipulated in the manual has got to be really important. So both wheels it's got to be exactly on the same tire pressure to make sure it drives effectively. So what we have here, got a driver and a driven sprocket with 3 options in the top. So that'll indicate you in the manual how many seeds per hectare you want to plant. So one thing that's really important is your marker arms. Depending on the tractor that you pull this with, you'll set this marker arm so it'll make a furrow.
Okay.
That'll line up with the middle of your front wheel. So once you've planted the first 4 rows and you turn around, you come back with the middle of your front wheel exactly on that mark that this thing made
okay.
for you. So then that'll make sure the rows join exactly. And other than that, general service, chains needs to be looped, grease points
Grease points. Okay.
needs to be checked and greased regularly. Or anything you struggle with or don't know, at least you've got the manual and you've got the dealer's number.
That's correct.
And you're just around the corner and off you go.
No, noted. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for watching African Farming, and please join us again next time. Remember, we farm better together.
Get the necessary cover for you and your family in the event of unforeseen misfortune. The African Farming Protector Plan offers you comprehensive funeral cover for your entire family plus extended family at an affordable cost. Our product also offers benefits such as monthly discounts on groceries, discounted bus tickets, ambulance services, and trauma and assault assistance, to name a few. For more information on the African Farming Comprehensive Funeral Plan, SMS African Farming to 45269 and get the peace of mind you deserve.